Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today's practice is a lower body focus practice on our hips. So find a little bit of space to move and let's get started. All right, so we will begin today in butterfly, bringing the soles of our feet together and our knees out wide. So if you feel like you're just falling backwards here, your hips want to push you backwards, you can sit on top of something, and that'll make sitting tall or even leaning forwards a lot nicer, and your hips will be a lot happier. If it feels good to sway the shoulders side to side, you can sway. It's opening up through your hips. And we're just going to be moving our legs throughout the practice today. And you might find that you reach a point where you don't go any further. That's great. You decide what feels good for you today. But we might begin by just lifting our right foot up and trying to rest it on top of the left one. Now, if that's a lot of pressure, you can keep your feet side by side. If it's a little bit of a foot massage, you can leave it there. Just a gentle lean forwards or stay sitting tall. Make sure your knees are happy, your hips are happy. And then we're going to be moving that foot more towards our shin, but I want you to bring your left foot over towards the right side too. So we're just slowly crossing our legs a little bit more. You can start to point the toes forwards, a little flex of the feet. And maybe you're getting a little bit of a calf massage with your foot resting on top of it. You can stay there, or you can go a little bit further. Now, this is double pigeon, trying to stack your foot on top of your knee and your knee on top of your foot, pointing those toes forwards. You might reach a point where you end up leaning backwards a little bit, but let's try to sit tall or maybe even lean forwards. And then you could add a sway the shoulders, maybe. This is a nice deep hip opener here. If you've reached double pigeon. And then maybe this is as far as you go. Or we're going to keep bringing the knees closer and our feet now wider. So maybe you reach a point where the knees are stacking on top of one another, and we're going to keep our feet out to the sides too. Sitting tall, give your hips a chance to adjust and your shoulders to fall from your ears too. Maybe you'll be leaning forwards a little bit. Maybe a gentle sway of the shoulders. And then depending on where you're at right now, take another breath or two. We'll be meeting all the way back in butterfly, or you can bring your knees together and give them a hug or a squeeze. And just sway it out, rock it out, so that we can switch sides. Let's begin in butterfly again, if you're not already there. Just see how it feels now compared to the first one that we did. Maybe the same, maybe a little bit different. Maybe you're leaning forwards and swaying your shoulders side to side a few times. And if you want to try to rest the left foot on top of the right one, just see how that feels. See if you can still sit nice and tall and maybe even lean forwards a little bit. Just let the feet stack. Check in with your knees, check in with your hips as well. And then as we bring our top foot over towards kind of the mid-lower leg, move your bottom foot too, so that you're still facing forwards. We're just trying to keep the legs as even as possible. You might start to point the toes forwards a little bit, flexing the feet a touch, lengthening through the spine, maybe leaning forward. But you can stay here, or you can bring your foot over to the knee. Bring your other foot over to the other knee. Pointing the toes forwards again. Maybe a lean back. Staying tall, maybe folding forwards. And swaying the shoulders, I like to do because it's a deeper stretch for me. If I move a little bit, but it's optional. You might stay here once again, or keep crossing the legs. Bring the knees closer, the feet wider. Scooch around. Lengthen the spine. Give your hips a chance to adjust, and maybe scooch just a little bit more until you are happy with where your legs are. And finally, another tip forwards if you're going to be tipping forward. Awesome work, you guys. Take another breath or two wherever you happen to be. And then you can lift all the way back up. If you're folding, you can uncross your legs or find your way back to butterfly. But just a squeeze of the knees, perhaps a rock or a sway, side to side too. One final butterfly though, so let the knees open, soles of the feet together. Take a nice big inhale as you sit tall. Exhale to fold if you'd like to fall. And take a slow breath in and out. Awesome work, you guys. You can find your way back up if you'd like, or you can hang out here longer, but maybe give the knees just one more squeeze. That is it. That is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me and opening up your hips a little bit. But enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.